Have you ever wondered which car in Sideswipe is best for stalls? Did you watch my best car video and obviously really enjoyed it, but was left scratching your head at the results? Like, where the hell's the octane? Well, good news. In this video, we're going to take another look at the best car in the game, but this time, rather than considering things like rarity, which makes no difference to anyone ever, we're going to instead focus entirely on performance. Basically, we're going to try to find out which car will help you win the most games and stop you whiffing your shots, manual flips, and most importantly, insane stall chains. I said your insane stall chains. Ugh, Jelly, help me out, bro. Bloody show off. This is the best car in Rocket League Sideswipe, the sequel. First up, we need to do something I've done about 7,000 times already on my channel, which is to give scores for the hitboxes on every car in the game. And also, I need to update the total hitbox scores I showed in my previous best cars video, which didn't even include the GT, Sentio, and Venom. But before we get to the scores, for anyone who's still unfamiliar with the way hitboxes work in Sideswipe and why they're even important, here's a super quick recap. All cars share one hitbox. Some cars fit well inside that hitbox with almost no pieces sticking outside or inside the hitbox, and some cars fit not so well. If the car doesn't fit well, you might whiff your manual flips or maybe even your shots, because parts of the car, like the back of the Mantis, don't actually exist at all and can't interact with the ball or incidentally the field. And so ideally you kind of want a car that fits well inside the hitbox. Here's what the hitboxes look like on every single car in the game, along with my scores for each one. Then if we plot all of those on a table, we can see that the Octane takes the top spot at 9.5, followed closely by the Marauder, Scarab, Fennec, and Twinser, all with 9s. And then all of our other cars are somewhere below that, with these horrible ones right down here at the bottom. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, now we're up to the part that's actually the main reason I'm making this video. We need to figure out which cars are the best for doing stalls. And for that, we need to look at something that I call the midpoint. But first, a huge shout out to ExpressVPN. If you've ever wanted to play Sideswipe in a different region, say over with me in Japan, ExpressVPN is how you do it. I can tell you from experience it 100% works, and honestly, the ping's actually decent too. And right now, every single Mogz viewer is gonna get a huge discount of 3 months off all 12-month subscriptions, meaning it just got a whole lot cheaper for you to jump into a different region and destroy your opponents over there. How good is that? So go check out ExpressVPN via the link on screen and in the video description. So firstly, what do I even mean by midpoint? Well, this is something I briefly touched on in my previous best car video and that I even gave some vague scores for. In that video, I explained that the middle point of the hitbox isn't always the middle point of the car body itself. And the reason this is important for stalls is that when we go up for a stall, we always try to align the ball with the middle of our car and then do our stall. And if it's not properly aligned, we will whiff. And therefore, to make sure that we can consistently hit our stalls, we really want a car where the middle point of the car body matches the middle point of the hitbox. Then we can go up for our stall and we get that sweet reset. Oh yeah. So to figure out the midpoint on all the cars, I painstakingly went through and measured every single car body in the game, marked the midpoint, then marked the middle point of all the hitboxes. I then measured the difference between the two for every single car, gave them a score out of 10 for the difference, and here are the results. The 3 best cars for stalls with the best midpoints in the game are the Breakout Type S, the Dominus, and the Octane. As you can see, all 3 of these cars have absolutely no difference at all between the middle of the car and the middle of the hitbox. Next up in second place are the Nemesis and Dominus GT, close behind with just this tiny difference. And then very close behind those is the Komodo in third place, and the Chikara G1 in fourth. And then all of our other cars are either a little bit or a lot worse than those, with the two worst cars being the Scarab in last place and the Diestro in second last. And then if we plot all of those scores on our table again, here's what they look like. And now for the final verdict. It's time to announce the best car in the game. Here are our scores for overall hitbox, our scores for midpoint, and here are our totals. And the winners for the absolute best cars in Sideswipe are the Fennec in third place with a 9 for hitbox, a 6.5 for midpoint, and an overall score of 15.5. The Takumi in second place with an 8.5 for hitbox, a 7.5 for midpoint, and an overall score of 16. And in first place, the number one best car in Rocket League Sideswipe, the undisputed king of all cars, the OG himself, the one, the only, Octane. The Octane gets a 9.5 in hitbox, a 10 in midpoint, and an overall score of 19.5. And it is, without question, the best car in Sideswipe. Honourable mentions have to go to the Dominus GT, and the Breakout Type S, which all very narrowly missed out on top 3 spots with overall scores of 15. And a dishonourable mention goes to the Diestro, which is by far the absolute worst car in the game, getting an overall score of just 6. So there they are. Those are the best and worst cars in Rocket League Sideswipe. And now get down there in the comments and let me know how wrong I am. And that's it guys, that's my final verdict on the best and worst cars in Sideswipe. Let me know down in the comments what you think of my methods for figuring all of this out. I'll put some details on screen now so you can see exactly how I did it. And also let me know whether you agree or disagree with the results. I'd love to hear all of your opinions. And as usual, come join the Mogz Discord server if you want to hang out with me and other Mogz viewers, as well as get access to special tournaments and participation in some of my videos. And go check out my second channel if you want to see me play games live like Rocket League, Sideswipe, and other games whenever I randomly have time to play them. And you guys know the drill, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.